LEGO Ninjago Day of the Party came out on the 29th of October 2016, and to mark the fact that it turns 9 years old today, I figured that I would go over it. And since Halloween is right around the corner, I thought that this video would make for the perfect Halloween special. But enough with the chit chat, let's get straight into the video. Now, I'm gonna go over everything that I wasn't a fan of first, which is only two things. The first being the pacing. It feels like most of the scenes went by too fast, and there wasn't enough time to settle down, which sucks. But that was a bigger problem with the individual villain and ninja scenes. Which leads me to my second point that I am not a fan of, which I think a good portion of people can agree with me on, is the villains. You see, Dave the Party brought back all of the villains from the previous seasons, such as Chen, Moro, Kozu, Samukai, Cryptor, and Pythor. I think that with the exception of Moro, who I will get back to later, this special half-baked them all, which was very disappointing to say the least. Heck, when I was a kid, I used to love Chen, and I still do. I love the Tournament of Elements, and it is probably my favorite Ninjago season. That is on Tubi. I haven't seen seasons 8 through 15 or Dragons Rising, but it feels like in Day of the Departed, Chen is basically just there for comic relief, and lacks most of his threatening personality, which is very sad if I'm being honest here. Also, I am not going to get into the very little interactions that the villains had together, since that has been mentioned a lot by multiple people. All I will say is I fully agree that they should have had more interactions between each other. But now let's get into the main villain himself, Sensei Yang. I was not a real big fan of him. He is not the most compelling villain in Ninjago. The only thing that he has that makes me think of him as a threat is the stakes of the story, given the fact that he wants to be brought back to life after using the Yin Blade to summon a rift to bring himself back to life, and leave Cole at the Temple of Erjitsu after he cursed himself and his students to live forever as ghosts. Now that I am a fan of, and the one thing I want to say before I move on, the scene where Cole forgives Sensei Yang at the end kind of came out of nowhere and was extremely rushed. I thought that Cole should have just gone through the rift and not waste any time. Even though I can get why Sensei Yang was forgiven and Cole actually forgiving him for everything Yang did to him, even turning him into a ghost, does stay true to his personality as well, so I can understand that. But I just don't think it should have happened that quickly, but that's just me. Now I'm gonna get into what I like about Day of the Departed. To start this off, I like Morrow in this. After I saw a clip on YouTube about his last appearance before Day of the Departed, I felt like that was an amazing ending for his character. And when I saw the episode on Tubi, I wasn't disappointed at all. I can see why any video talking about Morrow, the comments usually always mention how strong that last moment between Morrow and Wu was. And when I saw the actual season in full, I wasn't left disappointed. Thankfully, his character is not ruined in this, and despite his short screen time throughout this, I still enjoyed every moment that he was on screen. But let's talk about Cole. Now, I felt like he was able to drive this story all on his own despite the fact that the story wasn't executed in the best way. I still could feel the fear of him being forgotten by his friends, which led to him being tricked by Sensei Yang to bring the Yin Blade to him. And the final thing that I liked in this were the fight scenes. They were a lot of fun to watch. But on that note, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope that y'all have a wonderful Halloween, and I'll be seeing you all next time.